Hey there, my Tyler Perry Zatima fans. It's your girl Barbie J here, and we are talking about Zatima Season 1, Episode 8, About Last Night. So this was a cute video. This episode was pretty decent. I liked it, but there were some things I didn't like or didn't understand, so I'm not sure how I really feel. So before we get into this recap and review, I want y'all to put down in the comment section what y'all thought about the episode as well. And for those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel as of yet, please take a moment and help my channel grow. Hit that subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, which will let you know every time I upload a new video or any kind of content. Also, then I ask that you hit the thumbs up button, the like button, write a comment, and share the video. So this episode starts off with Fatima. She's showing up to the Zach's house and she sees Deja out there. She shows Deja this picture and said, "Is this you?" And she goes, "Yeah. Oh man, that was a wild night. Me and Z Money." She said, "Z Money? What?" And she was like, "Oh no, I give everybody a nickname. What does she call her? Sugar Plum?" She said, don't do that." I said, "Oh Lord, don't get us started, I tell you." So Fatima asked her, "So when did they meet?" And she said, "Oh, I just met him yesterday." She said, "No, already you got a nickname for him and you're moving in." She was like, "Oh yeah." And Fatima wasn't even trying to hear it. She was annoyed with this girl, and I don't blame her because she out there with the poom poom shorts on, butt hanging out, and 4-inch heels. It looked like, okay, maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe they were 3-inch heels, but really, and she telling people movers what to do. I was like, this is indecent exposure. What is it called? Anyway, so Deja's like, "Are you a fan?" She said, "No, girl, I don't know you." And she was like, "Oh, well, who are you?" And she looking at her. "Oh, you the girlfriend." Now, y'all, Zach never told anybody he had a girlfriend. He never told her. He never told Valerie. I don't think either. So, she tell Fatima she don't have to worry about anything. We just cool. And I said, "What in the world?" And Fatima just stared her down. And she was like, "Well, okay, I was just trying to be nice." Fatima said, "So was I." She was like, "Well, if that's you being nice, I hate to see when you upset." She said, "You sure do." "You sure would," or something like that, Fatima said. But then did y'all peep? Fatima went and knocked on Zach's door. She let him know, "Yeah, this your house. I'm not going to just walk in like everybody else is doing." She knocked on the door and let him come and answer. And then when she came in and stuff, she and Zach about to talk, and his idiot brother comes down the steps. And he's like, "Oh, there she is. There she is. She banging." And Zach is like, "This is my brother." He's like, "We met." He's like, "Yeah, she hot, And Fatima just rolled her eyes at him. And I said I would have did the same thing. And then Zach asked him, "Can you leave so I can talk to my lady?" He said, "You want me to leave?" And he's like, "Yes." And then he pulls out the check. "Where that money?" And gonna flash the check in front of Fatima so she could see that, his brother gave him money. She ain't got ties on him because he's up here thinking Zach spending all his money on this woman. She got her own money. Come on with that. But I said, here's the other thing. Zach is asking him to give him space. He's like, "Can I drive your car? Can I do it?" He's like, "No, dude." But what is it with family members who think because one of y'all come up, y'all supposed to bring everybody up with them, but not bring them up. Let me change that. Give you money all the damn time. Here he is, a career criminal probably, and choose to sell drugs. We could tell by his conversation with Zach doing illegal stuff. What you gonna do with this money when I give it to you? Talking about you behind in your bills. You behind in your bills because you ain't doing the right thing, probably, brother. You coming there being disrespectful to Zach and his woman, and then it's like, "Yeah, well, Mom wants you. You better go see Mom. She gonna be wanting to see you." And he's like, "Yeah, I'll call her." So then Zach and Fatima, they talk. She not sitting down. She's standing with her arms crossed because she pissed. And she's asking him, "Why the hell is this girl who you was at last night moving in next door?" And so he started trying to explain to her, and she didn't believe jack he had to say. And it is hard to believe, Zach. Let's be honest. What you're saying is hard to believe. So he's like, "I'll do anything. I'll make a deal with you. What can I do to fix this?" And she said, "Get rid of her and break that lease or whatever." And he said, "I can't." And he told her about she could sue him and all of this stuff. So she asked him how long is the lease. He said for 6 months. I said, "Oh, that's good." She said, "Well, this is going to be a test to see." But see, Zach still I mean, in the next one of the other scenes, Zach is still looking at Deja's butt. So I'm not getting it. You know, Zach, is this what you want or not? You have to get yourself together, begging her to forgive him and saying she messed up and he messed up and all this stuff. It's like you have to grow up. Just because she didn't tell you something right away when you wanted to know it, doesn't mean you go out and be a fool and blow off steam because your boys were in your head, as he put it. I said, that's why I'm saying he ain't gonna never grow up because he hanging with them friends. He ain't gonna never be able to be the man that she needs him to be, I don't think, unless he drops some of them and that damn brother of his. And what I like is what Fatima said, which is right. She said, I know women like her, talking about Deja, and 1 month she ain't gonna have that rent. And you know what she gonna want to do? She gonna want to F you for it. And I told y'all in the last video, she said one way or the other, she would get his money to him. I think it was last week's video. One way or another. So come on now. You know what that means. And Fatima said, then I'm going to have to beat her ass and then I'm going to go to jail. You want me to go to jail? You need to get rid of her. But it was so funny. I thought that was funny. Anyway, now isn't it funny that when Fatima went upstairs to get her clothes, Zach just assumed that she was staying and stuff. She's like, my clothes are here. I got to go to work, you know. Anyway, he asked to take her to dinner and she said, we'll see. Then you see him out with his boys again and they're boxing and he's beating up whichever one it is. Is it Nathan that's the one getting beat down? Because he's the idiot. He's the married one that he's just too much. And he's so dead against it. His other friend is saying, come on, you know, this is real what Zach is doing. Zach is in love with this girl. This is a real relationship and you need to leave it alone and let it go. And then Zach told them what the deal was, that the guy was dying. Okay, you know, had terminal cancer, stage 4, blah, blah, blah. You know, that he don't even owe them an explanation, but he did to shut them up. Then Zach called Fatima and she was out to lunch with Angela. And he asked, was she going to let him take a dinner? And she was like, I don't know. And then she finally agreed and said, okay. So then Fatima tells Angela about the girl Deja moving in. And Angela jumps to conclusion. See, this is what Belinda was saying. He moved you out and then he moved her in and and she doing all this cursing and stuff. And she's like, hold up. She didn't move her in his house. She's moving in next door. It was like, slow your roll, Angela. Slow your roll. And then she told her what really happened with Zach. Like Zach didn't know that girl at first. And she was like, do you believe it? She said, I do kind of believe him. She was like, you sure? You know, Angela's like, 1 minute she's like, I'm sorry you're breaking up. And then the next minute she almost pushing her to break up. It seemed like, I don't know, maybe I got it wrong. And then she also told her about Miss Margaret calling her and talking to her. So she updated Angela on all the gossip, and then they bounced and went back to work. So then Zach goes to see Bryce, and this is so funny. He goes to see Bryce to talk business, you know, about houses that, you know, Valerie sent them to look at the flip. And so now he's like, Bryce is telling Zach, oh yeah, come look at my laptop. So Zach had to come behind Bryce and stand over him. And I think Bryce was getting turned on. I don't know why. I think he was. But they're looking at the houses and stuff, and Zach is patting him on the shoulder and touching him. And then he tells Zach that he need to talk to him about something. And this fool have Zach sit down. Zach said, you're making me nervous, you know. And he's like, it's something uncomfortable, but I got to say, he said, are you bisexual? Zach is like, huh? Like, where's this coming from? Well, last night you said to me, you wish you was married to me. And he was like, and I also said, you know, Zach was counteracting all this stuff. I remember that some of that, what I said, he said, and then you were touching me and then you got undressed in front of me. And Zach is like, no, I like Poo-Tang. I like me some Poo-Tang. You ain't got to worry about that. Zach is good. He don't need that. Zach was telling him, he said, that's what we do. He said, when my boys, we go out, you know, we get undressed in the gym. You at the gym. Ain't nobody hiding nothing. It's like, that's what we do. He said, you ain't never got to worry about that. I ain't interested in you like that. He's like, are we good now? Are we good now? Poor Bryce. Bryce was trying to playing all this stuff back in his mind. But excuse me, Bryce, you still had a super hard on. You still had a super hard on. So the question is, are you bisexual, Bryce? Is it you, baby? Is it you? So now we have Zach coming downstairs. It looked like a purple suit on my TV. I don't know if it's purple or blue or whatever. But he come down looking cleaner than the Board of Health and finer than fine. I swear to goodness, that man is good looking. And he tried to sneak out and crazy behind Deja out there with some shorts on and a tank top, sunbathing in the front of her house by her car. What the heck? And Zach is trying to leave. He's like, and she playing some rap music or something bang loud. And so Zach asked her to turn down that music and put some damn clothes on. He said, this is a neighborhood place. You know, this a family neighborhood. Kids are running around. He's like, you telling me you was out here with nothing on? You know, she's like, oh. And he's like, you can't do that. So he kind of told her he can't do that. She can't. But she was like, come in, I want to show you what I did to. But he said, no, I'm good. Then she said, I got to tell you something. Something's broken. I have a leak in the bathroom, the sink. I got a leak. He said, oh, so I'm going to have to get somebody to come fix that pipe. Then he said, oh, wait, I got to. She's like, relax. She said, but somebody should come in and lay some pipe, you know, being nasty. She's like, don't worry. He's like, look, stop. Nah. And she's like, don't worry. I'm not going to tell your girl, your lady, she ain't going to have to know. I ain't never tell her. He's like, no. We ain't having that stuff. We ain't having that. So then she picks up her stuff and she's getting ready and she has to bend over, get her stuff off the chair to go inside and turn off the music, you know, and she got on these shorts that don't even cover all of her butt. It's like, what? But Zach is taking it all in and looking, and then he goes to his car and even turns around and looking some more. And I'm saying, see, Zach, you still looking, you still ogling her. Chill, boy, chill. I know you a man and she a woman, but you sitting here telling her kids be skipping down the street and you out here with your cheeks out. I was cracking up. But anyway, it ended with them going out to eat, and Fatima had on a beautiful red dress, and they're talking about things in their relationship, and you know, she's like, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say I'm the right girl at the wrong time? And he was like, I don't think he wasn't trying to really say that, but it's almost like she was putting those words in his mouth. And Fatima's texting someone while she's talking to Zach, and he's getting annoyed. Like, who the freak are you texting? What are you doing? Why you keep texting somebody? You know? But they so silly because they both was asking. He's asking her what was her girl saying about him, and she's asking him what were his boys saying about him, because it was about them being honest with each other. And Zach was saying he don't know if this honest stuff gonna work, because if I tell you what they say, you might not like them or something like that. And it was the same way. And she said, you know, Belinda don't like you and Angela does. And he's like, Nathan don't like you. And I forgot, what's the other one's name? Well, I got Calvin in my head, but I don't think that's his name. But he does. So anyhow, as she's texting and she finished texting, all of a sudden, Ian comes in. I said, what the hairy freaking heck? Ian comes in and sits down, and she said he lives upstairs from the restaurant. And she told Ian, oh, he just said that you're the right girl, it's just the wrong time. And he goes, that's what I said to her. Zach was, I don't give a F what you said to her, you know? And he's like, really, Fatima, what is this? Why would you do this? Why are you bringing this dude in here? She wasn't saying anything, letting the guy talk and saying how he let her go and he messed up and she's in love with you and not with me. She's done with me and all of this stuff. And, you know, Zach was like, I don't care. Are you through? Are you finished? You know? He said, you got to take care of her, because I tell you, I would give you a run for your money. Zach was like, you ain't give me a run for ish. You know, he was like, forget you. And then, you know, Fatima kind of turned her head because Ian was saying, because he really loves her. He really loves Fatima. And she turned her head. But I'm like, girl, I think you played that card wrong. It wasn't the right way to do it, if you ask me. I really don't think she should have invited him down without giving Zach the heads up. Of course, if she gave him the heads up, he wouldn't have wanted to do it, of course, or see him. But still, you know, she caught him off guard. It wasn't cool because he you know, he went out on, you know, Ian. Anyhow, what I didn't like is Ian said, I was just like you. And Zach's face was like, because how would he know he was just like him, unless Fatima was talking about Zach's business to this guy? He can't know that he was just like him unless, you know, Fatima, what were you saying to Ian about Zach? You can't be saying too much of his business. So that line kind of threw me off as well. And he gonna tell Zach, yeah, she's effing incredible. And he said, Zach's like, that need to be the last thing you say. Now bounce, nigga. You know, we don't need you to say all of that stuff because you had her first. You know, it was ridiculous. So Zach got up after Ian left and started putting on his jacket because Fatima was like, is this what you want? Are you sure this what you want? She said, because once I'm out, there's no getting me back. And Zach said, you are all I want. And she was like, you sure? And he got up and just was putting on the jacket. She said, see, now you just gonna get up and walk out? She said, well, I could get up and walk out too. And when she got up, he got down on one knee. Ooh, honey, honey, and flashed that diamond ring, baby, baby. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like I said at the beginning, there was something I wanted to say about this ending part. I'm not sure if she should say yes. I don't think Fatima should say yes that quickly. She might, but because of what just went down and he feeling like he has to blow off steam and then he allowing his friends to get in his head all the time, if he can't control that, and then this whole thing with his brother being disrespectful, it's like, you know, there's a lot going on, a lot of dynamics. There's the next door neighbor. Maybe we want to roll back, but then maybe if they see the ring, maybe people know it's serious. Maybe Deja will respect that. Doubt that. Doubt it very much. But to me, I don't think I would say yes. I think Fatima should wait. I'm hoping she will wait and not say yes right away. We all know they're in love, but there's just too many things that's we're not sure about. So that's my 2 cents on this episode. I mean, the ending is what made it like a 5 for me. But I think if it wasn't for that proposal at the end, I think it would be more like a 4. Anyway, y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up button if you like this content. This your girl, Barbie J, saying peace.